So I'm starting the recording. Uh, just check. Let me check this recording. Okay. Yeah. So I just checked the architecture for your design. So just allow me a moment. Let me screen share also. So just let me know whether you can see my screen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So okay. How should I start? Uh, So this is your front end where you host everything on the front end, and there would be a middleware in the in this between, like when you go over on the back end. So middleware is for authentication, like whether the user is authenticated or not. So that would be verified by the session ID along with the token. So let's suppose if I enter on the site and I want to verify the user, so there would be a specific user which login, and then login with the specific Gmail, and then the person will get a token, the token over there. So once the token he received, so he could share to others also with a specific session ID, so that they could pass through the backend process, like if they want to order anything and they want to make any transaction, so they could do that. So for this, I mean, we just have to add the middleware in between so that it will act as a barrier, like act as a security guard for entering on the backend system. So once everything would done, so it will connect with the backend system. So let's suppose if the user wants to like add any order, so first it will go on the backend and check whether the token is valid or not. So if the token is valid, then it goes to the database. Once it goes to the database, then it will like give the output to the backend and just send to the front end that everything is like ordered, and the process will be smooth, like it would be a two-way direction. So that's why I just made that line so that it would be easily understandable. So for this thing, like to see this thing on the real time, you need the specific real time communication environment where you could see the things over on the real time. So for this, what you can do, you can add the WebSocket, which I saw that like it's a socket IO. Like socket IO is a different thing, and if you are just dealing with the WebSocket, so it's related to like you want the back end and front end talk with along with the database in a real time environment. So you could use that. So what it does, once you connect once you connect with the backend and every system would be working, so there would be a like WebSocket. You could either use the WebSocket or use the PubSub. It's up to you, guys. So I mean, just check with the like demand. So either use the WebSocket or PubSub. It's up to you. I just find that WebSocket would be the good thing, so you could use that. And for scaling thing, like if you need something like PubSub also, so you can add that also over there. So for now, like WebSocket would work perfectly. So whenever any transaction, any order, anything going on over on the user's end and over on the kitchen's operator end, so that would be shown over on the real-time environment with using the session ID of a particular order or like particular table number. So that could be seen in the real time. So that is the overall architecture which you could design over on this thing. So this is what I just made, and then uh, so what I thought, like you guys have a lot of repos. So instead of making a several repos on the Git repository, make a single repo for it to work with it. Whether you're making a lot of repos, for example, there is a kitchen operator and then you made a several tables. So just use the mono repo logic over there. That's mean like you're making a single repo where you have the multiple repos combine with it, so that you don't have to worry about, you don't have to see the repos everywhere. All the thing will be managed by this mono repo. So this thing is called as turbo repo also. So there is a doc. If you go over on the turbo repo, So this thing what it meant to be monorepo thing. So this is the thing what you can do, and if I just show you this showcase, so let me just show you what it does. So I mean just a small idea. uh, where should it, turbo repo. Yeah, like this. You made some app build function where you have several other repos. So these are the several repos which being linked by each other. So this is also like you made a turbo repo thing. You are just deploying the React thing and you are making the another application like different things. So that being controlled by like turbo repo. So this thing you can made and just deploy various repos over there. So that would be managed by the turbo repo. So you can add it over on the like architecture to make it scalable. And for the database, as you guys using NoSQL, so you can implement that ORM feature where Postgres like SQL and NoSQL database being used. And also I search that like if you use ORM, so there is a one like best thing like which is called as Prisma. So Prisma ORM is like currently is a free one. So if you use this one, the this like makes the thing lot easy for you. You just have to wrap up in this like Prisma boilerplate, and once you add, so you can like do like SQL and NoSQL database in one thing, so that you don't have to worry about. And the thing why I'm saying this, you can like have a tabular data over there. So if I show you this thing, so UI, so like this. So if there is anything, so that would be shown over on the pictorial representation of the site. So that would be very easy for you guys to like see everything. You don't have to go over on the like separate site. You just see from there and just change the values. And also, and the main thing of this, I mean you can use both SQL and NoSQL with this. Like if you are using the MongoDB right now, you can use with this Postgres. And this also like your one project is built on MongoDB and another project is built on Postgres. So you can just link them according to that, like according to your business analysis. So this thing, I mean, you can use to work with the like a database thing. And for I just saw it. So it's a free for free tier. It gives you 1 lakh operation. So I don't think like 1 lakh operation would be happen like if you are using within a month. So for every month they give you 1 lakh operations, and there would be a specific amount of storage for free one like 1 GB. So it would be more than enough for working with the database, because all the data would be stored on text. So if you want to store the images, so for that you can use the another like database which is called Cloudinary. So they do also provide some free like space. Cloudinary total space. So they provide you up to 10 GB. 10 GB is more than enough if you guys working with the PNG and JPEG. So the maximum size would be around like 5 MB. If I'm just giving you the maximum limit of the for like single images which you can use, so that would be around 5 MB. So if you calculate and do the math, so you can just get an idea like how much free images you can use over there. So for let example you have an image, so you there would be a like library like of the Cloudinary which provide. So once you sending to the database, instead of sending to the Prisma, send it to the Cloudinary thing. So once you send it to the Cloudinary, it will provide you the link, and that link will be only saved over there to compensate with the 1 GB thing, like which I said you over there. So I said you right, 1 GB thing. So to compensate with that, you just need the text thing over there on the Prisma ORM only, because it has limited space. And for the images thing, you can use the Cloudinary thing to save up your cost. And for backend, you can use Node.js as a coding language, and even Python is also good. But as for now, Python is Node.js also good, so you can go with the Node.js with TypeScript. If somebody know, so it would be good. Or either JavaScript is also good thing, but TypeScript has the good advantage. You can find the errors in the starting, so you don't have to debug it in the JS. So TypeScript also can be used, and along with it, some use some libraries to make it scalable. And remember, do not make the backend completely at one. Do not make it into smaller chunks, so that your data would be scalable. So once you make the things backend on the smaller chunks, so it would be much faster, because there would be a less load on each backend servers. So I hope you understand that thing. So just make it on smaller chunks, like if you're working with anything. And yeah, I mean, let's suppose right now you made the database. So database with that logic, just made it on separate thing, and for real-time communication make it as separate logic. So by doing that, just break it into smaller portion. And then for hosting thing, I mean, you can just go with the best option what you have. For now, I recommend to go with the DigitalOcean thing. I mean, it's a good thing. It providing you like $5 or like $7 to $8 per month. But if you go with the VPS of hosting a one, so it's also cheaper. But most of the people, I don't know like why they.
Vinder,
Yeah.
bro, what about Kubernetes?
Yeah, I'm just talking. Just I will go into that. So let me finish. So I will just give you the analysis what I'm saying. Shall I?
Yeah, yeah, I muted myself.
Okay, okay, perfect. So for hosting thing, you can use the DigitalOcean. That is the good. I would prefer that instead of using the hosting. Just go with this, and choose the 1 GB of RAM variant, like which has the 1 GB provided on the DigitalOcean. Because if you guys have only like 50 or 80 users at a real time instant, so that could able to handle this much, like 1 GB, it could able to handle it. So for 1 GB, why I'm saying 1 GB, because there would be other spaces being consumed by Kubernetes and Docker also. So point to be remember those things also, that over on 1 GB you are just hosting your backend thing over there. And also there would be a traffic, there would be a adherence of the user which also keep on this specific RAM consumption. So according to that, you have to keep that thing in mind, that 1 GB, you have 1 GB, so you have to distribute your backend and along with the user thing up to that, so that your site would not crash. You have to like manage the RAM thing over there. And like if you use the AWS, you can go with the EC2 machines. It's up to you. EC2 machines, or even for